All right, I think we are all set to go. So I can see everything I need on my screen. I can see my notes, I can see my timer, I can see Discord, and I can see all your lovely faces out there in chat. If I need to balance audio as we go, do let me know. I have pretty decent control over that with my very fancy mixer. So let me know if I need to balance the audio as we go. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because we got a nice long intro sequence to the run here. So 3, 2, 1, go. We will be playing Earthbound through the Pajama rule set, which means we must finish the game while Ness still wears his pajamas, which is going to have a couple of effects other than just cosmetic. Because you can't really finish the prologue of the game without changing out of your pajamas. So first off, we need to figure out a way to just completely skip out of the intro, which we're going to do right away as soon as we get out of this opening cutscene here. That also means that we're not going to get a very important phone call during the prologue that we usually get from Ness's dad, or in this case, from Cosmic's dad. And since we don't get that phone call, we don't get our dad's phone number, which means we cannot save the game, except in very, very specific spots. And even then, only under certain circumstances. There's a meteorite crashing near the house, and as soon as we hop out of bed, I'm going to hit the reset button on the console. When your feet touch the ground there, the game will actually save the game for you there. I'm going to do one of multiple stairs glitches we're going to be doing throughout the run, so we don't quite catch it all here. There's no game audio coming through. It's coming through on OBS, so I'm not sure what the issue would be. Let me finish this part of the trick. I'll see if I can I see audio coming through in OBS, so I'm not sure what else I can do on my end. It's on Stream Mix, and the console said to go to the Stream Mix. I think our audio issue has been resolved. But as I was saying, if you didn't catch that stage glitch, we're going to see it again many times throughout the run. And every time we do, we're going to do something a little bit different with it. I'm to get a slightly different result. But right now we have sequence broken to play as Jeff in Jeff's opening sequence here. We're gonna play this vanilla until we get to leave Snowwood. Which means running around with this key. One of Jeff's professors gives us a key so we can go head to the locker room and get all the equipment out of here. But oh no, this key is bent. It doesn't work. Oh dear. What are we going to do? It's all right. He's going to give us now the machine that opens doors, especially when you have a slightly bad key machine, which you would use a couple of times through a normal playthrough. We're not actually going to use it at all in this category. I just need it in order to get story progress. I guess we're going to use it the one time to open a locker. But otherwise, it's just for story progression of getting us out of Snowwood, and we're not going to use it again. This is one of the locations we can save the game. The game does not want you to play through all of Jeff's opening chapter without being able to save the game at all. So it does let Jeff call his professor, whose name I always forget. You can call your professor and save the game. We're gonna do another stairs glitch here, but this time I'm going to a second save file that's set up in Summers. And as soon as I get to about the middle of this staircase, that's where we're going to get the game over. That text box is the real boss fight in this category. But stairs are very, very complicated in Earthbound. And if you ask somebody who really can get technical about that, they'll probably give you a slightly different explanation. But if you're brand new to the game, you don't know too much about it, the simple explanation is that when you step on a staircase, the game's trying to teleport you to kind of the center of that staircase, so you're not walking like closer to one rail or the other, if that makes sense. It wants you to be in a specific position for that staircase. Now normally that's only going to give you a couple of pixels, you won't really notice it, but that's not how the game is programmed. The game is programmed to put you to a specific XY coordinate on the map. Which is why for the 3 stairs glitch, we move all the way from Ness's bedroom to that staircase in 3. Another feature of being on stairs is that the game's going to let you walk through walls. And if you get a game over with the right timing, the game doesn't know to turn walls back on, to turn collision back on for that, basically. Oh, come on. There we go. So we're taking a death warp there. I got the town map. Did I get the town map right? Yes, I got the town map from the library. Hello. Just save the game and head right back out of bounds. The entire world of Earthbound exists on one map file, which is why being able to go out of bounds is so useful in this game in particular. Yeah, because right out there in the void, there could be another room here in Summers, there could be another room in another town. You're not really sure what's out there, but it's not really the void. The only reason why it's all black out there is that the game hasn't loaded in those graphics. The game only loads in the graphics that it needs for wherever you are. So when we load up our save file here, we'll be back the drugstore. The drugstore graphics are loaded in. Now you can, if you know the music, we're walking through Summers right now. And I could open and close, in fact, I can even show off. If I open and close the map, the game's going to recheck our position and load in the graphics for Summers. Which is not really where I'm trying to go. We're going to be heading south here for a little while. We have a nice little medley of the music here as we go. I think we're in the Starman base now. And now we're in some cave. In fact, that might be the cave in the Dusty Dunes desert, if I had to think about it. If I had to take a guess, rather. I'll probably get silence. No hotel music should kick in. Yes. So now we're in the hotel in Scaraba. If we open and close the map there, it's going to load in that graphic set. And if I keep going out of bounds and I don't open the map, don't get anywhere near the map button, this room's also loaded in because it uses the same tile set. This room's actually in Dalam, which is not on the town map. So if I wanted to go here by going out of bounds, you'd have to kind of manipulate the graphics set that way. Find a room that shares a tile set with the LOM that's also on the town map and load in what you need into memory. Look out. Now, if you have the sound stone, you don't have to fuss about with finding a spot that's on the town map at all. You can just go to where you want to, out in the void, use the sound stone, and then the game will load in the right graphics for you. And going out of bounds with the sound stone lets you go anywhere in the game you want to, literally anywhere in the game you want to. But you can't get the sound stone without changing out of your pajamas. So we're gonna be a little more limited in where we can go out of bounds. I don't think this scene in particular applies, but this is the original Super Nintendo version of Earthbound. Many of the PSI attacks in particular have lots of flashing, and I'm also going to be getting a SAS effect at some point in this run that will make the screen flash every couple of seconds. We're going to have to hold on to that for a little bit. If that's something you need to be mindful of, just know that there's going to be quite a bit of flickering and flashing in the run. And I know that Earthbound was changed in its re-releases to flicker less, but this is the original. This doesn't really explain what we're doing here, but this is normally a part of the game where you play as Pooh for the first time, or play as Rowdy in this case for the first time. And Rowdy has to complete his training before joining up with the rest of the party. But we went out of bounds and came here as Lex. So Lex completed Pooh's training instead. Now if that meant Lex got the EXP, that'd be kind of nice actually. I really need Lex EXP more than I need Rowdy EXP, but we'll get what we need eventually, especially in an all Sanctuaries run. We're gonna have plenty of EXP to go around. Now you notice that even though we've been to the LOM is not in the teleport list, and that's because we didn't go to the LOM. We kind of just went out of bounds to go there, and that's not how you unlock that teleport. And it's gonna come, since they come in handy, that's going to be an issue later on in the run. We're gonna have to find, we're gonna have to take this same trip back to the LOM that we just took, unfortunately, but there's no way for us to teleport there, and it's faster just to take that trip twice than to unlock the teleport to the LOM. This is where the run's going to start to differentiate itself a little bit from a standard Pajama percent run. Actually going to stop to pick up an exit mouse here and unlock the teleport to Tucson so we can get more exit mice later on. Exit might take you back to the last cave entrance you've used, which is different than the last cave you've entered, because we may not be going through the front door for some of these places, of course. I'm gonna teleport through here just to avoid some of the encounters. Yeah, I see you. Get out of here. I think we'll be good all the way to Tucson now. All right, good. I'm gonna go right back out of bounds again. And like I said, it's a short little side trip, but it's gonna save us some time later on. What makes, bit my tongue. What makes those text boxes a little bit difficult is you can't mash B all the way through. You can't mash A all the way through. You have to flip over and hit the A button on yes at the second question there. Just gonna be a little bit careful. Open the map about here. Load this lovely place into memory, which uses the same tile sheet as this room, this shack, this place in the Dusty Dunes Desert. Now I gotta be careful not to get into an encounter here, and of course something's going to spawn this go around. I'm gonna be teleporting a little bit more than usual at the start of the run. I'm gonna take a little bit of extra second points I get there, just in case I miss something up later. I'm going to go inside the cave here. If I forget to do something later, I might soft lock. But now that I've gone to that cave, I'm not gonna. There's no way I can soft lock. Hold on, I want that present though. I don't think it's far enough away. Oh. It's all, oh my gosh, can everything stop spawning? Almost wasn't worth all the trouble, except I was waiting for that flickering to start. So I just got the status, the sunstroke status effect. I got on a Ness who I'd actually most wanted on if I get to choose. I got one more person I gotta pick up out here. And if you noticed, the first stage which I did in Threed, I guess I'm using all the stairs glitches, but you do need a status over time, a damage over time effect to do your stairs glitch. You need to do a stairs glitch on my main save file now, so I did need to get Sunstroke on somebody. 14, I need to wait for Ness to get down to 6 hit points, and then we're gonna save the game. It was 12, yeah. And 8, 6, 5, these skip sandwich deluxes let me move faster on the world map. Boom, boom. I'm gonna go back to our save file in Threed. And we're gonna do the same trick we did to start the run. I'm just gonna add a little something extra to the end of it. So run up here. Head to the graveyard. Go get my game over. You'll notice I'm not getting it in the middle of this staircase. I want to get it right at the end of the staircase here. Or I guess at the start, since we'll be turning around at the bottom. And if my timing is right, the game still thinks it needs to move me over to that staircase. So when I load in my main save file, it should move me there. And I have to the top and around. And I got that with good timing too. No. Stop and think what I'm doing. And the reason why I needed to get out of bounds from that room is the tile set again. The graphics that loaded in. Hello, there we go. The graphics that load in for that pretty small room are used somewhere else I want to go that's not on the town map. We are headed to Dungeon Man. And right past Dungeon Man for a short little trip here. For the most part, if it's not loaded in and you can't see it, you can't interact with it, with only a couple of exceptions. And that's one of them, is able to get the Hawkeye without having to go through the pyramid. And we'll see what the Hawkeye does a little bit later in the run. The pyramid's really scary. I'm definitely glad I don't have to go through there. Sprite lag, but yeah, clear shot 2 submarine. Now if my last stairs glitch went very exactly wrong, then at some point the submarine will teleport itself to that staircase, which will soft lock the game. Anytime it wants to fade to black, that'd be great. There we go. Close enough. I don't think I have anything else to sell yet, right? Oh yeah, sudden guts pill. Oh, and a brain food lunch. Yeah, I got some more cash. You'll see Deep Darkness is now on our list of teleport locations. We're going to be coming back here a ton to do pretty much all of our shopping. Most of our damage output is going to be in the form of multi-bottle rockets that Jeff uses. It's a very high damage dealing weapon. It's basically multiple attack rolls rolled into one item, so it's very accuracy and RNG dependent. Unfortunately, you know what I didn't do? I didn't check Nessa's hit points before I saved. I don't know if he's at critical hit points or not. No, not even close. 10, 8, 6. There we go. I would have been really upset after the 3 glitch. If everything goes according to plan for the next couple of minutes, knock on wood, this is the last time I need to use this 3 save file. Which means all the red flashy blinking will stop. I sure did. I waited a little too long at the rope ladder. The timing is actually very generous, so I waited way too long at that rope ladder if I missed it. Again, I don't want to get anywhere near this town map button. I may have turned on the wrong cue, but everything sounds right now. I think we're okay. I could use a skip sandwich here, but I'm gonna actually need them for another glitch in a little bit, so I'm trying to save those until that point. It doesn't really matter when I use them as long as I get the full movement out of them. Now I just need a little bit of good RNG on this boss. I think it's 50-50 on whether or not he'll just one-shot me or not. Cough, cough. 50-50. Yeah, that's good. Come on. Good damage roll. Let's go. First try. And now we're going to be leveling up for quite a while here. And you remember earlier when I stopped in the cave in the Dusty Dunes Desert and I said if I forget to do something later, this is the backup for that. I forgot to do the thing. For Pajama percent, I like to grab the Franklin badge before I do this fight. And I forgot we're doing all Sanctuaries. I'm sorry, not for Pajama percent, for all Sanctuaries. I like to grab the Franklin badge first. And I forgot. Which isn't a big deal. I'm not going to lose time switching the order. But if I didn't stop in the cave, my game would be soft locked. I'd be stuck in the Starman base after this boss fight. But we'll have to go grab the Franklin badge after we level up. So we're gonna be leveling up for a while here because we're not even into Lex yet. I think if this was one of those RPGs where you could target your own party members, I think technically speaking the fastest way through would be to knock out at least Ness, if not Ness and Pooh. So you only get EXP on Paula, on Ishii and on Lex. And I think you'd save, A, you'd save time in text boxes, B, you'd get the EXP on the characters who really need it in this run. But it's definitely not worth trying to do all that and wait for the RNG for the right character to be knocked out. Should be getting close now. I think Robin only gets to 24 here. Oh, 25. 26. Well, I was way off. There we go. Now, it's very, very, very important that before I leave, I go and talk to a couple of NPCs here. First, I'm going to talk to Mr. Saturn. Then I get a counter ribbon that I'm going to just sell for money. Next, I'm going to talk to the Apple Kid. There are certain, I don't know if checkpoints is the right word. There are certain things you need to do in order to actually beat the game. Otherwise, the game will soft lock in the ending sequence. Not in the ending sequence. The game will soft lock during the final boss fight, I should say. I'm going to use this exit mouse. This is going to take me back to the last cave entrance I used, which is way back here. I've got to be careful. If I move down 1 pixel, the game will soft lock due to the stairs glitch. But we're good. I'm going to pick up another exit mouse. Really? Okay. I pick up next to mouse and also pick up the money from the ATM. And when you defeat enemies in this game, you don't get money cash in hand. You get money deposited into your checking account. You have to take your ATM card. And it's important that I'd say you need the ATM card to go to the ATM. Almost let that teleport finish. And pick up your money. This is why I wanted to get the fucking match first. So I wouldn't have to worry about the encounters through here. But they're running away from me anyway. Oops. Mashed B. Alright, another trip out of bounds. Excuse me, to finally go get our Franklin badge. But that's not the only thing we're going to be doing on this trip. There's a reason why I went to the deep darkness as early as I did. And that's the cutscene of riding the submarine will affect the next glitch I'm going to do as I go get my Franklin badge. For whatever reason, there is a flag set in Earthbound that determines whether or not enemies spawn. And also, I think the same flag also determines whether damage over time effects actually tick off damage. And when we enter the house here, the game doesn't want us to be able to skip the next thing that's going to happen by any means. It doesn't want us to, like, somehow die to damage over time, game over, and skip the encounter that's now waiting for me outside the door. But the game has no... it can't do anything about the fact that I have teleport here. That I'm definitely not supposed to have. So instead of fighting Pokey... come over here. Don't bonk. And the game is going to keep those encounters, I shouldn't say random encounters, it's going to keep enemy spawns turned off until I go fight Pokey, which we're just not going to do. So for the majority of the run, I'm not going to have to worry about running into enemies. But one of the things that will turn enemy spawns back on is watching certain cutscenes, one of which is hopping on the submarine to come here. Got one shroom. I don't think I have enough for another one now. We're gonna have to do other shopping trips anyway. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Grab that. Yeah, I gotta grab the mouse. So I'm not actually going to go out of bounds here. I am going to save. just in case this boss fight goes sideways. So usually it won't. Usually. Too far left. So if I try to teleport through that wall from the right pixel, it'll actually clip me through to somewhere I'm not supposed to be. It's gonna let us skip everything we're supposed to be doing in Winters. I don't think it was far enough north. And go right to the Sanctuary that's here in Winters. That should be the spot. Nope. So I'm gonna be walking here for a little bit, evidently. I would get it first try all day, and then not at all in the run. That would be how it goes. Oh, sugar. Come on now. Yeah. Hug the wall. Ah. Give me the skip shop sign. There we go. Getting it first try all day long. So now I'm out of bounds, if you will, in Winter. So we're gonna skip right over the lake. We're gonna skip over Tessie. We're gonna skip over, I guess it's Brick Road in this case, huh? Well, all of that. And I need to do a cliff skip. Hopefully this will go a little bit cleaner. But that's what the skip sandwiches are for. If you skip sandwich, use the skip sandwich on certain cliffs, you can actually also clip through them using the extra movement speed from your skip sandwich. Good grief. Let me through. I don't think I'm on a skip sandwich anymore. I'm gonna back out. There we go. Yeah. Just make sure I had everything on the right person. There we go. The mushroom sass effect is confusion in battle. So if he confuses Lex, and Lex uses the multi-bottle rocket on the wrong team, that's bad. Not only do I lose a round of damage and a party member, I lose ammunition. So that's just bad all the way around. Also on the world map, it will randomize your controls if your party leader is the one with the mushroom on their head. So that is one sanctuary down. Each sanctuary has a different part of a melody, which is super important in the lore of Earthbound, but not something I'm going to see too much of in the speedrun. It being a speedrun. Next one's going to take us back to the last cave entrance use, which is all the way back here in Happy Happy Village. We're going to pick up another sanctuary. Again, all the randomly spawns are turned off, so I don't have to worry about an encounter here. Just need to remember where my spot is. I don't have to get this cliff skip. If I don't get on this sandwich, I'm just gonna go around. And it may just end up, it looks like I'm gonna be going around here, huh? Come on. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go the slightly longer way. Because I'm not actually out of bounds. I don't have to worry about getting in bounds or anything. Not the biggest time save in the world, if you get it. And since there's no enemies, I don't have to worry about that either. Not going the long way. Hey, you're probably gonna freeze now, huh? Ugh. No level up. We finally out-leveled the boss. It's 2 sanctuaries down. We've got a bit of a trip before we get to the next sanctuary, but we will be headed back to the deep darkness to actually travel through there rather than just for a shopping trip. None of my cash on me though. And we'll grab an exit mouse while we're at it. I can either grab it now or I can grab it the next time we need to head to the ATM. And I just will grab it now. Already got the book. Yeah, pretty sure I got the book shyness. Yep. Oh, I don't have anything to sell right now. Okay. So as you can see, the deep darkness is dark. I can't see where I'm going. It is very aptly named once you get past the entrance, and that is what the Hawkeye we picked up earlier is for. Its only use is to turn on the lights here so that we can see in the deep darkness. Many route changes ago, the deep darkness was a heavy reset point in Pajama percent because there were enemy spawns still on then, so it was dangerous because of enemies. It was also a pain because, as you can see, walking through the deep water, especially here, is very slow, and we did not have Pooh in the party on that route. Now the trip to the deep darkness is super easy. I'm no worried about game overs whatsoever, and it's not such a slow walk through the muck here either, because we can, as long as I don't let the teleport complete its casting, I can move through at teleport speed through the water. This is the last one I'll really be able to get off. We'll try one more. The blinking means I am taking damage. When you're in the deep part, yeah, deep part of the water here, you will take some damage over time. And the teddy bear became a pile of fluff, but it did its job. Lex had to go last. That's okay. I probably threw a couple of those bombs away, but that's all right. Didn't get a good turn order. So where I probably was a little bit ahead on my ammo count, I'm probably back to even. Sorry, could have just gotten a bad damage roll too and I'd be in the exact same spot. No point fussing about it. As long as I don't let the teleport finish. Can you tell I've done that before and been very upset about it? At this point, I usually don't even teleport the rest of the way. I'm gonna get a couple of phone calls here. Now, we skipped over the part of the game where we'd actually set which of these phone calls we should get. We'd either get one or both. But since we didn't do either one, the game's just gonna give us both phone calls here. This is Orange Kid. We're near the end of our research on turning a boiled egg back into a raw egg. And something about the book Overcoming Shyness. That seems important for some reason. Around a trash can, there's a death ray in the trash can. That sounds perfectly safe. No, we are in the Tenda village, and the Tenda are very nice people, and they want to help us save the world. But the Tenda are very shy. So what we need to do is find the book called Overcoming Shyness and give it to the Tenda leader to read to all of the Tenda. And now they have all overcome their shyness and are able to help us in our adventure. And And again, knock on wood, as long as they don't step on the wrong tiles, this should be the only time we see the photographer in this run. Fuzzy Pickles! And we get the player name. Space. Make sure after you set the player name, you talk to the tender leader to get a free bag of Dragonite. It's a really nice item to have, but it's not part of the same conversation. That's why we needed the shiniest book, really. That Tenda was too shy to show off his strength by moving that rock out of the way. And this is where we need to go. I don't think I have any skip sandwiches on me. Sad face, that's okay. Nope, close that. There we go. Before we fight the next Sanctuary Guardian, it's very important I grab an item that's actually a little bit past it, called the Rabbit Foot. The Rabbit Foot gives a huge speed bonus to whoever has it equipped, and we're going to give it to Lex. The accuracy of multi-bottle rockets in particular depends on your speed stat. I'm going to also let him go first in combat. So it's going to improve our luck on damage rolls, if you will. It's going to improve our damage rolls overall. And I'll kind of know what my turn order is going to be every turn now. I know Lex is going to go first, at least on our side. Nice damage roll, let's go! And it trained hit points back. But not a lot. Followed by miserable damage rolls out of those super bombs. My goodness. Whoops. Let's see if I can get out of here with just that big bottle rocket. Yes! Yep. The humming will stop in a minute or two. Cosby, it's been a long road getting here. Soon I'll be. Dot. What will happen to us? I can we get like multiple lines in before Cosmo's like, hey, my thoughts are being written on the wall. Or are they? It was a really late split. I want to get to one of my favorite little tidbits of Pajama Percent. We're going to Lost Underworld, where we would be fighting dinosaurs if we were fighting things at all. And that means the game will be trying to scale us proportionally to said dinosaurs. And as you can see, Pajama Nest, who's not really meant to leave Onette, doesn't have a full sprite sheet. So there is no tiny nest sprite. So there is no tiny Pajama Nest sprite. I guess I could have done this the whole way up here, huh? I've actually got all of the gear I'm going to need. Let me rephrase that. I've got all of the equipment I'm going to need for the entire run. I need a sea pendant for Ishii. Make sure Ishii's got that Franklin badge. Lex has the rabbit's foot. So other than bottle rockets, which are consumable, I have everything I need to go fight Gygus and win the game. I just have to do the all Sanctuaries part of the route at this point. Which means, unfortunately, we need to take a little bit of a very long walk through the Lost Underworld here. I'm glad I bunked there, because I don't know if it would have made it to the coast there. Which is good. That was kind of a long run I got out of it. Nice. And again, I do need to bonk on purpose because I don't actually want to teleport. I just want the movement speed bonus, if you can call it that. And now we've entered through the entrance of that cave, and we've left. But I did set... I always want to call it home point from playing Final Fantasy XI for so long, but we did set the point the exit mouse will take us to, which will now be that cave entrance. Oh no, I have an exit mouse. Nice. Oh yeah, I got it earlier. Give me that 10,000. Let me take stock here. I don't think I have any super. I have no super bombs. I have one multi-bottle rocket. Okay. I need one multi-bottle rocket for the next boss fight. I'm gonna need 3 for the fight after that. So I need to buy 3 more. At least on this trip. Otherwise I'm gonna have to come back after one boss fight, and I don't want to do that. Super bomb at least on everybody. In case I need the chip damage everywhere. Anywhere, rather. Not enough cash. I should buy 2 super bombs for everybody. Even if I don't use them before I go shopping next time, it just means I won't have to buy them next time. Plenty of money for some skip sandwiches. I'm gonna go ahead and do something that's gonna kind of bug me the whole run and move this multi-bottle rocket to the end of the list. I'm gonna misclick it. See, not all together. Whoa! That was awful. That was awful control. Alright, we'll just do this then. I'm gonna act like this. Up left, down right. It's not that difficult. For 5, I have room for 6. I have one more cliff skip I need to do, but much later in the run. Right now, I just want to put my step for our next trip out of bounds. It's actually been a while since we've been out of bounds, huh? But our next trip is to Fourside to fight the Plague Rot of Doom. And for what's I think usually the 4th Sanctuary, and it will actually be the 4th Sanctuary in this run as well, so that's nice. Womp, 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 womp. I'm gonna be heading west for a little while here, but not enough to warrant a second skip sandwich. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm actually going to skip everything we would ever do in Foresight and go right to the Sanctuary Guardian. That does mean that if we want to leave here, we're going to run into an NPC in the museum and we'll be stuck here. Well, again, we'll be soft-locked. One shot. Here we go. You know what the problem with getting all the good damage rolls now is I'm not gonna have any damage rolls left when we get to Gaius. I know what's coming. But as I was saying, we can't actually leave this area because we didn't get here the right way. So we're going to, there's gonna be an NPC blocking us in. Which is what the exit mouse and that long trip over to the fire caverns is for. Because again, that's not the entrance to a cave, that's the exit to a cave. So I can go in that cave, quote unquote, and use the exit mouse to go all the way back to the fire cavern on the other side of the Lost Underworld. I remember where the exit mouse is. little side trip here for a bonus Horn of Life, which will resurrect the party member. It does other things too, but all I care about is the extra res if I need it. We're still fairly under-leveled for this fight, I'm pretty sure. But I'm going to take advantage of the rolling hit point meter in this game. And if you notice when you take damage, you don't take it all instantly. And it ticks off one by one by one by one by one by one. And I'm going to take advantage of that because I know the boss has a shield, especially, I don't know about both phases, but the second phase of this fight, the enemy has a shield that will reflect all of my multi-bottle rocket damage back at Lex. Yep, power shield. Yep, so Jeff took 1,000 hit points of damage. We only have 3 digits for hit points, so Lex is knocked out. He has 0 hit points, but he's not at 0 yet. And we were able to save him without having him lose a turn. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna throw a heal on Lex. Is that max health now? Power shield. 1,200 points of damage. Come on, get the freeze. All right, did she get the freeze? Nice. Didn't even need a 3rd bottle rocket. Now we're ahead by 1 whole bottle rocket, multi-bottle rocket. That might save me a shopping trip. I have plenty of super bombs still. Yeah, I think I've still got 6 super bombs. I have 1 multi-bottle rocket. I don't need to go shopping before this next boss fight. I could use skip sandwiches to help me get out of here quicker, but I think you lose some of the duration in the loading screens, the transitions between rooms. But even if not, when I'm out of bounds, I can just run in a straight shot and I'll know I'll get the full use out of my skip sandwiches. So I'm going to save them for then, if not for a cliff skip. But I don't need to do a cliff skip until after Magic Camp, I think. Winters. Yeah, I don't have to go shopping right now. I'll probably still have to go shopping after this fight, but I'll have more money then. I'll be more likely to be able to finish up my shopping. I won't have to make a second trip, hopefully. Save, reset. And now we're headed back to Dalam. So that big long trip I took out of bounds earlier in the run, we're going to do the same thing now. But now I have some skip sandwiches. I'll have to walk out. I forgot to grab a neck. Oh, it's alright. You know what? Actually, now I think about it, I only grabbed the exit mouse because I had to go to the ATM anyway, and I didn't need to go to the ATM. Grabbing the exit mouse actually does take some time. I don't think it's a time save. unless you have to go shopping anyway. I'm not usually in this situation. But we'll have to walk out of the cave rather than use an exit mouse. It's not a long walk, though. Almost when I'm going through text in the menus, there's still that echoey sound effect as if we were in the prologue, I guess. Uh-oh. I didn't write down how to get through this cave, and I don't run all Sanctuaries that often. But I think it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Getting all the good damage rolls. The guy's fight's gonna be so bad. There's no way I'm gonna keep up all these good damage rolls for the rest of the run. If I have enough money for 4 multi-bottle rockets now, I will be done shopping after this next shopping trip. Other than maybe I'll be done shopping in Deep Darkness at least. I might still need to pick up some skip sandwiches, but wow, where am I going? I'm gonna go fight the boss again. Let's see how much cash I've got. Going to be fine on cash. And I'll even have some extra bottle rockets for the Krakens. Deep darkness. I gotta go shopping still. I was so busy thinking about how I'm done shopping that I forgot to actually go finish shopping. One for the Kraken. One for Nessa's Nightmare. First one for Geigas. Second one for Geigas. One for the Kraken I don't want to fight. One for the other Kraken I don't want to fight. Everybody's got two. Yep. Got plenty of cash. Buy one more for Paula. But she's gonna be solo near the end of the game, so I'll make sure she's got plenty of ammo. These can sandwiches do I have? Three. Maybe like three more. I mean, why am I going a long way through the list? There might be a couple more than that. One more. I'll post at 8. That'll give me plenty of extra in case the last post skip goes horrifically wrong. Also give me some extra, just for the extra movement speed. This is another phone we can use to call Just Professor, so we're going to save the game here. As you can see, that tent's pretty small. There's not a lot of graphics there that the game loads in. So the tents share a tile set with some pretty special places, actually. Normally in the game, if you're playing a vanilla playthrough, you would go to all 8 sanctuaries, fight all 8 sanctuary guardians, and complete the melody. When you complete the melody, without going too much into the plot, when you complete the melody, you get sent to Magic Hand. And by you, I mean Cosmic by himself would normally be in Magic Hand, all on his own. If you don't know that part of the game is coming and you're not prepared for it, that can be really bad. Magic Hand's a really scary place. You lose all your party members, obviously, including whatever items they may have. Your shopping choices are limited. And there are very powerful enemies, and they're everywhere. But the tent actually shares a tile set with parts of Magic Hand, as you can see. Some of it, but enough to load in the door. So now we've made our way to Magic Hand. Since you didn't have to watch the big cutscene that takes you to Magic Hand, there are still no enemy spawns here. So it's not a dangerous place at all. It's very, very safe. Excuse me. It's very, very safe here. And I do say enemy spawns. There are certain enemies that will just be there, kind of like the Sanctuary guardians. For however you want to differentiate them. Some enemies will stick around. I thought it's going to be the Krakens on the next screen. But this part would be very, very dangerous to walk through. Even with a party of 4, I'd have to be careful. It would be just very frustrating trying to dodge all of those encounters. But no problems today. Off to, I believe this is the Sea of Eden. Now, if this first Kraken plays nice, this first Kraken will sit in the corner and not bother me. Oh, like that. Exactly like that. Wow, it's been a while since I dodged the first Kraken. Second Kraken is... ooh, a little less friendly. Okay. Almost snuck by. Stay there. Not good. That's fine. Oh no, I had it! I turned to face him and then he got caught. Oh, I could have gotten by. Oh. I actually got a good pick from the wall, and I wasn't expecting it. I think I would have gotten by. That's all right. There's one more Kraken to dodge, and that Kraken's actually in a pretty decent spot, as long as it stays. And normally this boss fight would, again, it would be solo. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's got a PK shield at the start. It would reflect any of my PK damage. It cannot reflect a multi-bottle rocket. And even if it could, it doesn't have enough hit points to do that. And that is it for Magic Camp. Now, at the end of this big, long wall of text we're about to mash through, the game will very rapidly flicker through all 8 Sanctuary locations. So if you are photosensitive, you may want to look away for a couple of minutes. I will let you know when we're out of that particular animation. But there is a pretty long wall of text before we get there still. But all you're going to be missing is text I'm mashing through. Against 200,000 EXP. None of which she needs. That's okay. If you're wondering if you somehow get this far into the game without having Cosmic in the party, he will go from level 1 to level 35 at 200,000 EXP. But it will still go to Ness in that case. And the big flashing scene's about to start now. We should be out of here in I'll say 30 seconds. Probably not that long, but I will let you know. Got the mouse. I have skips. Yeah, I'm good. I don't have to go shopping. This is good. Alright, we are out of that cutscene. So, through plot device, we know we need to go to Saturn Valley. So we're about to teleport to Saturn Valley, but we don't actually know how to teleport to Saturn Valley. And if you're wondering why I keep repeating the word Saturn Valley to myself, it's because I need to go unlock this teleport, or I'm going to lose at least 3 minutes, because I won't be able to teleport back here. Although I guess in all Sanctuaries I can use the exit mouse to get back here, but I'm not trusting it. I need to make sure I've got this teleport. So we're going to use this Phaser Sword to go fight Gygas. but somebody took a part of it. We tried to use it anyway. It doesn't work. Everybody except Pajama Nest gets blown up. Because Pajama Nest doesn't have that sprite. We need a piece of a meteorite in order to fix the phase distorter, and one happened to crash next to our house at the start of the game. So we're gonna go do that. It is worth noting we did watch the cutscene at the end of Magic Camp, which means enemy spawns are turned on, which means the alien invasion around Ness's house is active. It's just swarming with enemies. Also, we can't teleport to Onett. What am I doing? I'm buying Horns of Life, if I can. If I can remember who to buy them from. I don't run a ton of all Sanctuaries. It's really only a marathon category. Oh my gosh, I'm just talking to the wrong people. There we go. I also wanted to go through the caves so I can keep calling it my home point, but set the X mouse location over here as well. But as I said, we can't teleport to Onett. We need to go to Onett. So back to Winters we go, of course. I overmashed the B button. We'll have to take that game over again. Such a sad way to lose a little bit of time. There we go. Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. I'm using only the music cues here to know where I am. I'm not gonna get there on my first skip sandwich though. In order to unlock the teleport to Onett, you have to actually watch the sunrise, which you can't do in your pajamas. Which is why we need to take this long roundabout path back to Onett. Here we go. You can see all the enemies here, which are going to cause quite a bit of sprite lag. But hey, we can go out of bounds right to Meteorite. And while we're here and out of bounds, oh no, they can't. I cannot get into a fight during the stairs switch. So I'm not really worried about them, other than the sprite lag. But there's a sanctuary here we still haven't gotten. This is the first tier sanctuary location. The first big boss in the game. Goodbye. 172 EXP. How quaint. do have an extra mouse, right? If not, it's just a little bit extra walking. Pretty sure I grabbed my extra mouse. Yeah, I did after we went to the ATM. I only have one skip sandwich left. Oh no, Mike. You left yourself one skip sandwich. Oh, did not notice. After all that, I have to go buy another skip sandwich. See, it's a good thing I unlocked the Siren Valley teleport. I thought I had a couple more on. I only got the one? Really, really? Really, really? All right. No, I don't need no T-Rex bat. And I'll buy 2 more that I'll have just for the extra movement speed to get us to the Gygas fight. I'm just gonna have all this extra cash lying around, but that's okay too. Yes. What is she? I wasn't keeping good count of my skip sandwiches. You know what? It just means I'll have skip sandwiches for leaving the boss fight, which I normally wouldn't have. Sorry, it's hard to trying to get to the left side of the shop here. It's just hard to do unless you're leaving from the door. This is one of the harder cliff skips in the game, is this one in particular. The next one to get back in bounds, I usually don't have as much trouble with. Usually. Come on. Come on. Hey, okay. Oh no, I got stuck. Still had it. Still got it. Got 3 left on Cosmic. I say I don't usually have as much trouble with this one. There we go. Yeah, this is the only... And there's not really anything I can do about it. I kind of have to get this one last, because there's just no good way to get over here, except for that free teleport we get to Siren Valley. But it does mean we're gonna have enemy encounters on our way to this last Sanctuary fight. But it's okay, because you can see we've out-leveled them, so everything should run away from us. Okay, alright. That's fine. Wow, really? Really? was gonna say, my next turn I'm gonna PK Starstorm, so y'all can just leave. Don't want this butterfly. If you're wondering why I don't teleport past them, you cannot teleport in this area. There we go. Wow, look at them all. Only respawn area just for the spray lag. I forgot I had so many super bombs I could have thrown. I was so far ahead of my ammo count. There we go. I probably would have thrown all my super bombs though. I mean, I do want some of them for I guess. That's number 8. Those are all the sanctuaries. We can make our way to the end of the game. And now that I fought the sanctuary, everything will actually run away. If you get a back attack, you can run away for free on the first turn. I mean, I wasn't gonna sit here and try and fight all this sprite like, get out of here. Okay. Whew, I was like, where's my meteorite piece? Cosmic, I'm a friend. My name is Ishi. Your friend I've never met before, Lex. Yes, so we haven't. Oh, we fixed the broken spray can too. So now it's worth a little more if I want to sell it. But we haven't actually met our party members yet, as far as the story triggers are concerned. Yes, I am 100% prepared as possible. Yes, I am ready. I am ready, right? Franklin, C Pendant E, Rabbit's Foot E, 4 multi-bottle rockets, plenty of super bombs. This one life so 2 Rowdy, Dragonite, Ishi. Off we go. I got Starstorm Omega. Oh, I didn't go far enough. I still didn't go far enough. So we took the Phase Sorter here to fight Gygus, and we're in the right place, but we're not in the right time. We have to go much further back in history to fight Gygus. The Phase Sorter 3 can take us to the right place and the right time, but it can't transport living things there. But we have to go fight Gygus, so we have a clever workaround for this problem, and there's gonna be some flickering and flashing here as well. I'm sorry, I forgot about till now. But with absolutely no explanation, we're going to take the souls of our 4 party members and transport, place the souls into robots to send the robots back in time to go fight Gygus. This does not at all warrant any kind of discussion. This is totally normal. Off we go. We can also save our game here. For one last trip out of bounds. So we can walk right to the Gygus fight without having to worry about encounters or walking through this entire area. Boom, 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 boom. And again, see, Pajama Nest does not have a robot version. I need a little bit more good RNG here. Squeeze a couple more rounds of good combat RNG. The first turn is absolutely crucial. If I can get through the first turn of this fight, okay. I'm gonna feel a lot more confident about being able to finish the run at this point without having to reset the Gygus fight. The first turn, Paula needs to put up a PK shield to protect the entire party from Gygus' strongest attack. If Gygus, now we do have extra EXP because we did all Sanctuaries. But if Gygus takes out Paula before Ishii can get the shield up, we're gonna be in some trouble. And I've got enough res items that I could recover from that, but I need Gygus to not keep using its strongest ability, which it didn't do, so we should be fine. But let's just saved it, okay. What a miserable damage roll that 508 was. 4 digits is absolutely possible. And with all the extra EXP in this route, I'm really... I knew it. I told y'all. Good damage rolls are gonna run out. It's alright. I got this shield up. Got plenty of extra ammo. That's gets one hit on the shield. And we're through. Now, at this point, from now till the end of the fight, I'm going to be fighting Gygus, and Gygus alone, but he's going to head off to the next game. And Gygus has 3 attacks, one of which is a lightning attack, and Ishii has a Franklin Bash, so Ishii is immune to the lightning attack. Oops. Another one is yeah, I've lost my train of thought in the sentence. Another attack is that one, which deals a little bit of damage to Ishii and will cause her to lose her turn. The last attack is PK Flash, which has a chance to just one-shot people, but because we have the C pendant on Ishii, excuse me, Ishii is immune to PK Flash. So at this point, Ishii is more or less immune to all of Gygus's damage, other than the chip damage you're going to take from the one attack that can cause us to lose a turn. The problem is, you can see, is everybody else is knocked out. I have no healing at this point, but I have plenty of hit points. Oh, I've got a bread roll still. Look at that. Wow, Gygus needs to get off this this freeze ability though. I think that's 4 times now. There we go. Through phase 2. Yeah, Boogie, go away. Come on. Shoo. So in phase 3 of the fight, you cannot actually take Gygus out through hit point damage. I think if you through the use of cheats, I think maybe you eventually can, but it takes a long time. And I think Gygus will even heal at some point. You have to really modify things to really deal the amount of damage you need to do in a reasonable amount of time. What you're supposed to do is use the pray command 9 times. Paul will pray out for help from all the friends we've made along the way through our adventure. First, we saw Dr. Andonuts and the Apple Kid and Mr. Saturns. You helped us get to this point. If you skip certain cutscene story triggers along the way, that's the scene that will soft lock. Next, we're going to meet, I believe, the Runaway 5. I didn't see them at all in Pajama. They are a band that we help out from time to time during the adventure, but they give us rides in their cool, bus in order to get through a ghost-infested, a haunted tunnel. The loud music keeps the ghosts away. Cosmic's knocked out. Cosmic has 0 hit points. Next up is Full-Star Preschool. I think it's a preschool. I keep forgetting to look if it's a preschool or a daycare. Those are Paula's parents and all the kids Paula helps take care. I think one of them might be her sister, but those are the kids back home who miss Paula very, very, very much. As you can see in a letter that you actually get to read after the Gygas fight. And you get a couple of letters from your friends and family who are wishing you well in your adventure. It's a really nice way to end the game. To get the letters, be able to... you have free reign to go around and visit whoever you'd like to before you actually roll the credits. But for speedrun purposes, the run ends at the end of the Gygas fight. Back to Snowwood Academy to see Jeff's friend Tony and all of their classmates, and the professor whose name I can never remember, who are all praying for our safety. If we get 30 hit points, I'm gonna eat the bread roll. So we should head to the Lam. Most of the characters that we read about in this section, the narrator, if you will, say they felt anxious for their friend, or they suddenly thought about their friend. This one's a lot darker. I can catch it real quick. Young woman in the Lam woke from a dream in which Prince Rowdy died. I began to pray for the safety of Rowdy and his friends. And it's just starkly different. Oh, so this guy in the middle is Frank. Frank's actually the first boss you fight in the game. And after you beat him, he changes his name from Fail-Proof Frank to Failure Frank. And in the credits, he'll be working at the burger shop. Burger shop? I think he just says burger on the front. He'll be working at the burger place. This is Cosmic's mom. And Cosmic's sister. And the pet dog Misty. But that's everybody, right? Mr. Saturn's, Scientists in Tucson, all our party members, family members. Yeah, the Runaway Five. Who else is left? Who can help us? And the time's gonna be if I get this turn off when she gets her action. And we are gonna get our action because that can't freeze me. That's light, that's time. That's a 2-hour, 2-second run on my timer. And I'm just gonna stare at those 2 seconds until they disappear. That's definitely how it works. But who else is there to help us, chat? I don't know. We need more help. As cheesy as I'm making it, this was super cool the first time I played through it. So in the very end, mission superiors reach out even to the player, the person holding the controller. If the bit rate takes a nosedive here, I don't know if there's enough bits in the entire world for this particular section of the game. Usually stream quality, it's just gonna tank through here. All Sanctuaries. They need to turn that over. I can show something else off. It will take a couple of minutes. I don't know what kind of time we have, or if we're ready to just move on to the finale. It's not the biggest thing in the world. It is just a goofy sprite sheet. When Pajama hops on a bicycle. I could also roll the credits if you would like the audio of the game credits to play us out during the finale. Or I could just get out of the way so we can move on to however we want to wrap up the show. Somebody wants to let me know. I am up for whatever. Thank you very much for inviting me to close out the event with Pajama All Sanctuaries. It is fun to be able to see a little bit more of the game than you get to see in Pajama %. I know Ness is not in his pajamas here. He will switch back to his pajamas after we get through the text here. And I don't have the final total number on the screen in front of me. But thank you everybody who's donated throughout the event. All that money is going to Water Aid. And you do have a little bit of time to sneak in a couple of last donations if we want to pump that number up even higher than it is now. And I've gotten the go ahead to go show off the bicycle, which means I gotta do a couple of things. I have to get the bicycle, and I have to get Paul out of the party, which is not an issue. As a matter of fact, since this is all Sanctuaries, I have the teleport to Tucson, so it won't even take as long as I thought. I like how Lex here gives everybody a handshake, and if you read through it, says, you know, hey, maybe I'll be the guy who can come and fix your toaster. Already relegating himself to the third wheel in this particular situation, poor guy. I had to teleport to Tucson, so let's go. Normally I'd have to go to Winters and take one more trip out of bounds to do this in Pajama %, but let's bring Paula back home. She asked us to escort her home. Whether or not you say yes or no, you could instead just go to your own home and roll the credits. And introduce her to your mom. And she will have a couple of different lines at the end there if you do so. Oh yeah, the kid's reacting as if she's still not here, because we haven't saved Ishi yet. Air quotes. Alright, back to the bike shop. Got room? I got room. Now, the bicycle more or less is a joke item. If you're wondering why I didn't get the bicycle earlier to ride around the map, you cannot ride the bicycle if you have more than one person in the party. That includes teddy bears. Teddy bears are party members. It also includes knocked out party members when they're floating around behind you as a ghost. They also still count as party members. You still can't ride the bike then. So it has a very, very limited use set. But you'll need to be able to ride the bike, move around a little bit faster, and you even get to ring the bell. But Pajama Nest isn't supposed to do that. So the game is not. The game will just grab. It will grab some sprites. But if you push the R button, you can still ring the bell. Yeah, but that's about it. Other than being able to run the credits if I still wanted to, but I'd have to do another stairs glitch and so forth. But that was it. That was all I wanted to show off. Thank you very much again for inviting me. I will see everybody next time.